Oh my god, there's so many websites, but they're all the same one.
Hi, I'm Greg the Hipster. I'm Greg the Geek.
And I'm Mark.
And this is
2 Geeks Thinking.
And we are talking today about responsive web design. Something coming up on the horizon. If you haven't heard of it already, you got to get into it immediately.
So the first thing you'll notice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devices. There's definitely more than 5 devices in this world, and they all have the same exact website loaded.
That's right.
If you look closely, which you can't, trust me on this one, they all look a little different. Widescreen, small screen, etc.
Certain elements disappear or reappear based upon the actual size of the screen.
Now that is important because that is what responsive web design is all about.
Mm-hmm. What is responsive web design? Tell them.
Well, it's the ability to make one website, have it change and readjust based off the view window of the browser.
The resolution, screen size. Yeah.
Sorry.
Why is this different than mobile web design?
Well, most mobile.
Yep.
Most mobile are a different website. You'll see the M dot usually, and so we're splitting up our elements.
You mean m.website.com as opposed to www.website.com?
Usually the standard, but you'll notice that you have to build that mobile site. You have to build the full site, and if I get on the wrong one or the device doesn't know, I'm just headache.
There are problems with mobile deployments. And responsive web design gets around many of those problems because really what you're doing is you're building with an additional set of rules. And the rules are not that complex for a programmer. With an additional set of rules, you're actually building only one website for any screen size. And this is really important to understand because you're not just building for the screen sizes that exist right now, like this tablet of the iPad, but you're building for all screen sizes for the future. They will work for all devices that have actually not been invented yet.
If I resize this window to this size, 480, it's going to look exactly the same.
Right, because the rules are based upon resolution and screen size rather than a particular device, like activate this website design because this is a mobile device.
Which is not always accurate.
Exactly.
So responsive web design, it's new, it's upcoming, it's the future.
It is in fact the future, and you'll probably see that within the next 3 to 4 years, almost any website will have a responsive design.
So why are we doing this so early?
So why are we telling you right now? Because you have to stay ahead of the game. There are a couple of implications with responsive web design that you do have to take into consideration in this competitive market of online marketing and digital marketing. So one of the big things is that most people use these devices, not these devices, probably by a factor of 5 or 10 to 1 depending upon the segment of market. And that means that if your website is responsive and works on all mobile devices, you're actually garnering more eyeballs and market share right now than your competitors are. What's another implication?
Marketing.
Marketing, just raw marketing.
It's problematic to have 2 websites. You don't want to split your analytics. You don't want to hurt yourself. One website, the data's correct. You already optimized for it. Done.
Let me clean that up. There are 2 implications because you said marketing and you said analytics, and you said them very fast together. First one is SEO. If you have 2 designs, one for mobile and one for non-mobile, you have to market both independently of one another through SEO. That means you have double the number of pages, you have double the amount of monitoring in terms of rankings. With one responsive website, it's the same pages, so you're only doing your SEO efforts on one as opposed to 2 twin pages. Another one, however, is analytics, is what he was saying. Part of the problem with analytics is actually monitoring mobile traffic because people on mobile devices use websites very differently. It's too small of a screen to get all of that stuff onto that screen. So in many ways you have to simplify the navigation. But with a responsive design, people are going basically to the same pages, so you can make a direct comparison between the behavior of people coming to your website on a mobile device versus a large screen laptop, for instance. And you can compare those and see whether or not the behavior is the same and therefore improve your website. So responsive design actually allows you to track your website in terms of user behavior better and therefore is easier to improve in the future.
So, responsive web design, it's new, it's upcoming, but there's got to be some problems. There's definitely some problems.
Well, did we already talk about that? Maybe
no,
we've just done this video too many times. Go ahead.
Maybe. The problems of responsive web design itself, not the concept of it, but the implementations of media queries and how it limits us. Simply, how media queries works is it's loading certain CSS for certain windows. Mm-hmm. And so it doesn't really know when to load like a huge image and a small image, so you hit your head on that. a shout out to Nathan Smith for all his hard work trying to help me figure something out on that.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Nathan.
So, concept really simply, this website and this website, same file size, same calls, everything. It's the same site, same URL, thus it's loading the same things.
Wait a second. I know for a fact that on this mobile viewing of our website, we have certain images that no longer show up on the big screens because it's just not big enough to see.
But we still load them because media queries is just CSS using a display none we're all familiar with.
Okay.
It's hidden.
So you can actually do a display none on this, but it still has to load the image file?
Yep.
What if the image file is like 500K?
And you're going to be waiting a while, buddy.
And that's a problem with mobile devices because mobile devices also deal with speed issues.
4G's not there yet.
Because you don't have a high-speed internet connected to this device. So even though these 4G and even 3Gs are pretty fast, there is a problem with that. You could hide images and make the website look really good with responsive design, but you still have workaround problems even if there is there's no standardized workaround solution.
There's just what people do, like hiding this big header.
Right, so it's easier to navigate.
To show this simple header so you can navigate. Exactly.
But you still, unfortunately, have to load the files.
Then there's other problems where, resizing the images, showing the right things, and, too much. It just...
Yeah, okay.
That's how I feel.
But it can be accomplished, and you have to get your feet into that right now because you have to stay ahead of your competitors.
Be the go-to person.
That's right.
Hey, I heard you know a lot about media queries. Can you help me with this? Get a job. That'd be awesome. So,
exactly.
Where do we start, Greg?
Well, you did read a couple of books, and I think that we should bring them up. This is Ethan Marcotte, or Marcotte, and it's called Responsive Web Design. Go to abookapart.com.
It's abookapart.com. You can get both these books. Ethan really pioneered the concept of this. His website has tons of presentations and this and that, everything you want to know about responsive web design. If you go to a book apart, you'll find this book and the next book I'm talking about. If you Google Ethan responsive web design, you'll find his website, everything he's done, and it's really important. So this is your greatest starting point. It's like 150 pages. I can absorb it quickly. He can absorb it quickly, even though he doesn't need to do the.
Yeah, they're actually good books for people that are not necessarily people that are steeped in programming. So if you're the head of a design team or something like that, you might want to actually read these books. They're fast reads, and they give you the kind of philosophy and background behind why you should do these things.
Another book I just want to bring into point is Mobile First.
Luke Wroblewski.
You're going to be building a website. You want to build the website on the mobile device first. Why? Right. Because you're going to get the simplistic, most important elements down. You're going to make sure they're there. They're going to be orderly. And when you expand out to a non-mobile website, you're going to really know, what's important. You'll know how to navigate better. Another great read.
So designing for mobile first is almost a philosophical thing, and that says that mobile devices, because they have small screen sizes, need a more simplistic navigation and a cleaner look.
Yeah.
So if you design for mobile first, you can always make things more complex, but if you design with complexity, you cannot necessarily make things simpler.
You can always add more food to your plate.
That's right.
But you can't, don't throw it out.
No feature creeping with mobile first. So
a book apart, same guys who do a list apart, great articles on their website.
There is one other reason why I think that responsive design is cool. It's so fun to play with.
I wish I could show you. Resize the window. You just sit
well,
there all day.
Our own website is going to be responsive in just a few days. We're hoping. So, in just a few days, our own site will be responsive, and you can go play with our website. So, this is Greg.
And this is Mark.
From Think Around Corners and 2 Geeks Thinking.
Mainly.
And we're signing off. Get into this. It's important stuff.
So, let us know what you think. Any comments, questions?
Absolutely.
I'll answer them. He'll answer them. Some stranger over there might answer them. Who knows?
Sounds good to me.
I'll see you next week.
Talk to you later.
One day.